It's the Sit and Sports Side Podcast
Can't wait.
with Mike James.
Come on, man.
And Eric Hanman.
I have dedicated my life to this team, okay?
On 1045theteam.com. So
The best podcast we're going to have on the Hall of Fame Classic, baby.
Are you a little excited, Eric?
Oh, yeah.
I heard there's a rumor that you talked to your man, Juan Pierre.
Oh, yeah. I used to run bass like Juan Pierre.
Yeah, I'd like to see videos of that. I don't believe it.
No. Yeah, I wish, but real quick, I want your take on this. Who, in his prime, do you think Juan Pierre could be Billy Hamilton?
Yeah.
You do?
I think it'd be close.
Man, I think it'd be pretty close, too. And honestly, I would give the edge to Juan. You know, in just a sense of, I feel like Billy's heart, I feel like Juan has more heart into baseball. Now, you don't have to have a lot of heart into running per se, but I'm saying, like, I feel like Juan, maybe in a shorter sprint, maybe in a longer, I think Billy maybe have it, but
Long time,
it's pretty
yeah.
close. Let's hear what Juan Pierre has to say about this topic, as well as some other interesting nuggets that we were able to talk to Juan Pierre about at the Hall of Fame Classic.
105 the team, we're here with Juan Pierre. And Juan, my first question for you is, who would win in a race, you or Billy Hamilton?
Billy Hamilton, no doubt. Even in my prime, Billy, that cat can fly, man. He's real exciting to watch, man. And I'm excited that they still have the speed aspect in the game, and he's actually doing well, and hopefully the Reds will win to show people that it actually can still work.
Now, you're wearing the new Miami Marlins. You played for the Miami Marlins. What do you like better, the Miami Marlins or when they were the Florida Marlins?
Florida Marlins, that's 2003 World Series champ. That's my best memories was from that, and but it's always good. You know, it's new school. I'm not the old head that they don't think Kings can change, but for me, Florida Marlins has a special place in my heart.
How do you feel with the way the rules are changing now with, the intentional walks and everything?
I'm a purist when it comes to that form because I know I've been on base before and the guy's overthrown the ball on an intentional walk and things like that. So I think that stuff can still happen and still affect the game. But, if they think it speeds up the game, then it's good. But I'm an old school guy as far as that aspect of I like things just to stay they were with that stuff.
Now, do you ever think you would go back to be a coach and help out with maybe some bunting rules, especially with now the shifts nowadays, so they can lay one down that third baseline?
And the guys don't bunt anymore, though. It's not encouraged in the organization. So I go around and help and tell them, but guys now see no merit in the bunt. Everybody's trying to get the ball in the air and stuff. But hopefully it'll come back around the short game, and with the shifts, somebody actually do it. Somebody sells out to, all right, I'm gonna bunt and do this, and then they'll see that it works.
All right, Juan Pierre, thank you very much.
All right, man, no problem.
Dude, so I really respect that last answer, right? Yeah. Because I think that the bunt is something that people need to do in this game, even if it's a sacrifice bunt. Not necessarily bunt for the base hit, which Juan Pierre obviously was pretty good at doing in his career. It's about bunting and being able to just be in a situational baseball and get the job done. I love it from Juan Pierre.
I think Chase Hedlund needs to start laying down the bunting.
He's done it at
the beginning of the year.
He was doing great in the beginning of the year, right?
Yeah,
with that.
I don't know what happened.
So again, it's hard doing against the shift, especially when you're unconventional with doing it.
Yeah.
But with the shift, if you can get that down that third baseline and slap bunt it every once in a while, man, and keep them off balance, it could work.
I mean,
someone
no
like
offense.
Kyle Schwarber, very, very having a bad year average-wise. Why don't you try dropping one down every once in a while,
I'm slow, but I think if I got a good bunt down, I might be able to beat one out. I mean, all right, that's maybe a little exaggerated, but come on.
Yeah.
Still, you know what I mean?
Maybe in a few months.
In a few months. All right, after surgery, I can definitely probably beat one out. But still, you get my point.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree with you that, you could be the slowest runner like Yadier Molina was.
Mm-hmm.
Not Yadier Molina, Benji. Yadi's still slow too, but Benji's the guy I was originally thinking of.
Do you think this just proves how much of a baby Yadi is, though, compared to when Benji and Jose have been out of the league almost?
I remember when Benji got his cycle, he chugged around those bases to get that triple. But another thing that Juan said, and we mentioned it at the beginning before we played this interview, he's pretty modest. He thinks that Billy Hamilton, by far, we didn't even ask in your prime. We said right now, kind of. And he said, even in my prime. So good stuff from Juan Pierre. And that was really a great. I loved talking to Goose Gossage, Wade Boggs. Obviously, those guys are legends in their own right. But for me, Juan Pierre was the guy I really was looking forward to meeting. In 2013, I went to go see the Mets and the Marlins play at Citi Field, and he was the main guy for the Marlins because at that point, you only had like Stanton. He still might have been Mike at the time. Now he was Giancarlo, I believe, but really only had Stanton and Pierre were the only two guys I really cared about when they played. So it was awesome to see him there. Not only doing Juan Pierre things. Dude was 2 for 4, scored 2 runs, stole a base. I mean, is it really hard to steal a base? I mean, John Buck's a good catcher, but
I'm still mad at him for 2003, though. I meant to tell him that in the interview.
yeah, you should have. You should have. I know it's hard for me to be a Yankee fan and do that, but have him.
It was still cool to talk to him.
Yeah,
though.
awesome. I mean, a guy I really rooted for, and it's too bad he wasn't a Yankee, right?
Yeah.
Probably could have fit in well in pinstripes.
I would have took him for sure.
Oh, yeah.
I mean,
You know who was a Yankee? I think it was Wade Boggs, and so was Goose Gossage. They were Yankees at one point, and we have interviews with them up on youtube.com/team1045. So if you have missed those, go to our
something
YouTube
reminds
page.
me of Boggs and a horse. You know something about that?
You know what? Wade Boggs might, so you better go check that out.
On youtube.com/team1045.
You know what? Or just YouTube Wade Boggs horse. You have no idea what that is. If you really don't know what that is, then you might not be a Yankee fan, and you really should just check that out. You
might want to get some help too.
Watch an actual video of it. All right, for Mike James, I'm Eric Hammond, and this has been the Sittin' Sportside Podcast, a special edition of a Spittin' Sportside Podcast from the Hall of Fame Classic. Thank you for listening, and look for other videos on youtube.com/team1045.